Guys, and I am joined by my co-host filling in for today, making a guest special appearance.
Guest appearance on the Monday Buzz. I'm Nicole Pissarro, and today we have lots of news to get to. We're going to be talking about the MetLife Stadium hosting the 2026 FIFA World Cup Final, National Burn Awareness Week, and a very, very special hour all about the Grammys, which was last night. So stay tuned for 8 a.m. hour 2, because we're going to talk all about the Grammys and our thoughts on it.
Yes, we will talk about the Grammys later, but for now, we're gonna kick it over. Daniel, we got the newscast. Take it away.
Absolutely. Good morning. I'm Daniel Ortiz, and this is WMSC News. For our top story, California is at risk of a level 4 flooding. The intense rainfall that has been hitting LA, Santa Barbara, and Oxnard has reached a capacity that can be life-threatening. Residents have been ordered to evacuate for communities in the aforementioned cities. Some of the effects have been hurricane-force winds, power outages, and flight delays. The worst of the rainstorm will fall between Sunday and Tuesday. So please, if you live around there, be safe, be aware of the safety precautions. In national news, the United States has warned Iran that if any more attacks are aimed towards American forces, the U.S. will continue to retaliate. Jack Sullivan, President Joe Biden's national security advisor, was quoted stating that if the attacks continue, Iran will receive a swift and forceful response. U.S. forces has always been threatened in the Middle East for years, but assaults have become more frequent with the ongoing war of Israel with Hamas. In New Jersey news, Jersey Shore star Nikki Snooki Polizzi was surprised over the weekend when a police officer delivered her Uber Eats. The police officer was forced with this task after arresting the original delivery driver because of an outstanding warrant. The police department later tweeted an apology in the event that the food service was slow and cold. On to some weather. Expect a high of 46 with sunny skies and a low of 29. This has been WMSC News. Back to you, Tim.
Thank you for that newscast. My day was I got Uber Eats last night or DoorDash or whatever, and it was delivered just by a normal person, not a police officer. And also I'm not Snooki. So
True.
Which
You could be.
I could be. I'm actually Snooki. But it is now time for the sportscast. James, take it away.
Good morning. My name is James Gregg, and this is your WMSC Sports Update. Starting off this morning's sports news, it was announced just yesterday that the 2026 World Cup Final will be played at MetLife Stadium. According to CBS Sports, the stadium is ready to have a max seating of 87,000, meaning that this has a chance to be one of the most attended World Cup games of all time. MetLife Stadium will also host 7 other games in the tournament, and for soccer fans in the area, it is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to see the largest sporting event in the world in person. More on this later. Over in the NBA, trade rumors swirl throughout the league as the deadline grows closer. The Hawks, who are having an extremely underwhelming year, have had rumors of moving star guard DeJounte Murray. Along with that, there have been murmurings about a possible Mikal Bridges trade as the Nets look to regain some draft picks to build for a brighter future. But no trade rumor comes close to the rumblings of a possible LeBron James trade. These rumors began when a trusted reporter tweeted that LeBron may be on the move, but fans erupted when LeBron replied to a tweet on Twitter with 2 emojis, the Statue of Liberty and a crown. Since then, LeBron and his agent have denied any possible moves, but something may be brewing in the Lakers' front office. Rounding it off with some MLB updates, watch out for those Orioles. Just last week, the team was sold to 2 private billionaires, giving the Orioles a large cash flow for the first time in a while. The Baltimore party continued on Thursday when they traded for the 2021 NL Cy Young Award winner Corbin Burns. This move put the entire league on watch as they were already the best team in the American League without this move, making them even more dangerous with this newly acquired team. On the other side of the league, the Phillies may be close to acquiring outfielder Cody Bellinger as talks between the two continue. It is deep into the offseason, and with this being one of the only offers that Bellinger has received to this point, it may be reasonable to expect a deal to be finalized within the next few days. Finishing off this morning's sports news, some score updates from our local teams. The Nets beat the 76ers 136 to 121, and the Knicks lost to the Lakers 113 to 105. As for Red Hawk updates, the women's basketball team is 5-10, and the men's basketball team is 10-5. My name is James Gregg, and this has been your WMSC Sports Update.
Thank you for that update. Yes, I was broadcasting the women's and men's basketball game this past Saturday. It's a tough loss for both teams, but this isn't the Montclair State basketball show. This is the Morning Buzz. So we're going to start it off right away. We're started off with, it's how happening in hour 2. We've said it before, but gotta say it again. It's the Grammys. Last night was the 66th Grammys. I thought there was a lot more. The biggest day in music features categories such as Album of the Year, Record of the Year, and Best New Artist. The biggest names in music attended, including Taylor Swift, Miley Cyrus, and Doja Cat. We will talk about our reactions and the buzz surrounding these awards in our second hour. So stay tuned for 8 o'clock, our second hour. But moving right into that, we're talking about what was in, I believe, the newscast. Sorry, I forget already. That's what happens to me. It is MetLife Stadium is hosting the 2026 FIFA World Cup final. That's right. The stadium, only 15 minutes away. You could see it from the skyline. Will be hosting the event, according to an announcement by FIFA. Governor Phil Murphy was one of the first to spread the announcement that the East Rutherford venue will host the tournament's final game. He posted to X, formerly known as Twitter, quote, "This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for our entire region. Hosting the final provides New York, New Jersey an unparalleled platform to brilliantly showcase what we stand for: diversity, equality, access, and inclusion." It is set for MetLife to host 8 games in the tournament. The tournament will start on June 11th, 2026, and FIFA awarded Mexico City the tournament opener. Although all the games are going to be held at MetLife, FIFA lists the host city as New York, New Jersey, similar to how the Super Bowl was branded when the stadium hosted the event in 2014. So we are getting probably the biggest sporting event in the world is going to be taking place right in our backyard, in a place where we can see it from this campus.
I remember hearing about this last World Cup when everybody was talking about, oh, MetLife might be hosting the World Cup, and then here we are.
I remember that too. I was like, there's no way.
I didn't think so either.
I was like,
I
there's
didn't
no
believe
way.
I mean, I actually think that there's so many better stadiums for it to be.
There is so many better stadiums, but what I saw they were talking about is that the regulations are that that the field has to be grass. And I believe that they were talking about AT&T Stadium where the Cowboys play. And they're talking about SoFi Stadium, and both those have roofs on them. So I don't know how that affects the grass or whatever. And MetLife, I guess, was the option because of the seating too. There's 87,000 seats in that place. It might not be the best place, but it's still 87,000 seats. I mean,
Is that larger for a sports stadium? I'm actually.
yes, that is
That is very big.
usually Madison Square Garden is 18,000.
Oh my.
This is
And
87,000.
MSG is like everybody talks about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is 18,006 is the Madison Square Garden capacity, and this is 87,000.
Okay. Yeah, I
See-
get it.
See, the thing about this that about this one is that I've seen it on social media a lot. Someone says, imagine some like dude from Poland going to watch his World Cup team in the final, and he just has to drive through like North
Newark.
Jersey.
No, but it's true. That's going to happen.
You know,
Guys have a country to root for FIFA?
no.
I always root for whoever I'm driving with. Last year. What was the Yeah,
No, it was
it
two
was
years ago.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow, that was 2 years.
yeah, that's
That
2022.
was 2022.
A year and a
That
half
was,
ago. No, not even like a year and 2 months.
Yeah, I was always for Argentina. I'm a Messi guy. I love Messi. Messi's cool.
Yeah.
No, I don't really have a team, but if I could find my way, I'm going with this. That's
You
gonna
think
be.
you would?
This is like
They're gonna be the tickets are probably
Yeah, I know.
super duper
Because-
ultra mega expensive.
this is like this is probably this is the biggest event in sports,
Yeah,
and it is happening.
right in our back.
It is happening in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Unless something unexpected happens, I will be there
Nice.
because I do work there,
Mm.
and it's probably gonna be
You work at MetLife?
yeah, it's probably gonna be one of the most unfun working days.
That's so true.
Yeah.
What do you do? You like a food vendor?
Just retail.
Ticket.
Yeah, okay, son, James.
Yeah.
Who you gonna be
That's
rooting for,
cool.
James?
I don't really have anybody in particular. I'm just gonna root for good games.
So that is so. Well, maybe we'll see you special live broadcast from the FIFA World Cup final. I I'm gonna be graduated by then. Hopefully,
Yeah.
hopefully. But
Uh,
moving in to the political world, the Supreme Court will decide this week if Donald Trump is eligible to run in the 2024 election. Donald Trump will know the fate of his presidential campaign after this week. This Thursday, the Supreme Court will hear oral arguments about whether former President Trump should be on the ballot or not, and we'll see if a post-Civil War provision of the Constitution disqualifies Trump. The Supreme Court already ruled that Trump's involvement in the January 6th attack amounted to an insurrection, and because of such, he should not be allowed to run. The country is still waiting on an appeals court decision on Trump's claim that he should be immune from prosecution for his actions as the president. Trump is also facing the New York civil case, and the country waits for Judge Arthur Engoron to determine how much Trump has to pay for exaggerating property values, which secured better financial terms. Republicans have a 6-3 edge on the Supreme Court, and 3 of the justices were given the job by Donald Trump.
this is a huge week for news.
This is a very huge week for news because we're going to find out, this is something that started in Colorado and it has kind of grown to this national level thing. And I think with the Supreme Court being 6-3 to the Republicans, 6 justices were nominated by Republicans, 3 on the Democratic side. I feel like this is going to he's going to be able to run,
Yeah.
but it's still to see is he going to be allowed on the ballot? Like I expect him to, but this is just a part of this is just like a step that is going to have to happen that we've never really seen before.
Yeah, I wonder if this is gonna be like a president or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we've never really seen this level of controversy around a presidential candidate in a
No.
long time. And when that stuff does happen, like when we get scandals or whatever, like with Nixon and stuff like
Yeah.
that, they were either done their presidency or never ended up running again. But
Yes.
Yeah.
here we got
Trump. Yeah.
we got the DJT.
TJT
He wants to
is
go back in
wild.
the ring after
He does.
his little thing back.
Yeah, but we see that like the president is facing so many like a presidential
But what happens?
No.
I'm sorry.
a presidential nominee is facing all of these trials. But I know what you're gonna say. So
Yeah, what happens if he doesn't
yeah,
get?
Nikki Haley, welcome to the.
Is Nikki Haley?
She's the only one that
Yeah, I was
is
gonna
still running.
say,
She's the only one that's still running.
But and she's a Democratic.
No, she's Republican.
Oh, she's a Republican.
So
Okay,
whoever wins this will be going against what I would assume to be Joe
Joe
Biden.
Biden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a good point to bring up because just what it like.
What if?
I feel like I'm talking about football scenarios here.
Yeah.
What if what if the Lions actually win?
Yeah,
that?
what if the Lions?
But no, we're talking about what if of like the fate of the country. So
Well, is Nikki Haley younger?
Yes.
yes, Nikki Haley is much younger, but I think I wonder if this is the reason that she's sticking with her campaign.
I think that, yeah, if there is a chance, I
Yeah,
wouldn't say that it's like very close to zero or very close to anything. Like, I think that even with the edge to the Republicans,
yeah.
it's not impossible
No, it's not
for
impossible
this to not.
because people have their own the Supreme Court justices. They might have their own like thoughts and opinions on former President Trump, and we will see that play out. But we are going to take a quick break here on the Morning Buzz. But moving on to our next story, these are more things to be aware about. These are 5 steps to long-term benefits to your health and your heart. According to the American Heart Association, a healthy diet and lifestyle are the best ways to fight cardiovascular disease. But here are 5 steps to take these 5 steps below for long-term benefits to your health. Use up at least as many calories as you take in. Eat a variety of nutritious foods from all the food groups. Eat less of the nutrient poor foods as you make daily food choices. Base your eating pattern on these recommendations and live tobacco free. So how do we feel about these recommendations? You know, will you be taking any of them under consideration?
So
I
do
think
the
we
bare
all should.
minimum is what they're saying.
Yeah, they're kind of saying, yeah,
Do what's obvious.
Yeah, right.
yeah, don't eat junk food.
This is like the stuff that they've been drilling into our heads since like middle school, elementary school. Like with my plate. Y'all remember what do y'all know
Yes.
my plate?
I feel like Michelle Obama's about to come out and be like, give me some school lunches.
I would love this game.
She,
So fire.
she
I don't remember. I mean,
the
I
school
don't-
no,
what,
she,
what were they like before she did her thing?
like
I was never
Not-
I
not-
never really ate school lunch that
I don't want to say they were better. They were just more what as a 6-year-old you wanted to eat.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like as we matured though, like
Yeah.
it really didn't make a difference. That's why, like, did you guys notice anything happen?
No, I was 6.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like we're so young.
We just kind of matured. And maybe like high schoolers at the time noticed.
Yeah,
I
probably.
would think. I mean,
But my high school, I know, I don't want to go off track and just talk about school lunches, but they put up some horrific school lunches.
I honestly, we had a few good days though.
We
Did you? I think we had a few good days.
There was the green pizza incident.
We did not have a good pizza.
They made like some vegetable pizza, but it was literally just they just took whatever vegetable they could find and just threw it on a pizza. There was like cucumbers on that
that's
thing.
weird.
There was like olives, cucumbers, like
It's interesting.
Low-key sounds fun.
and it
Well,
was
the
just
question
it was
is,
just
How
green.
healthy was it? I mean, if it was green, I'm talking that was pretty healthy.
Yeah, but it was like an amalgamation of vegetable just thrown onto a pizza.
Pizza.
There might have been some vegetable from like a foreign country that there's only like 3 in existence of on that pizza.
I never had school lunches in high school. They
It
just let
was-
us go outside with always fun.
So they would always tell us what the lunch was going to be that day, and that's how I would make my decision. So about 90% of the time, my parents would make the lunch, and then when it was like it's French bread pizza day, bam,
Yeah, I think my favorite thing was the
big
pizza.
big bucks coming out today.
I am not a fan. I will go on record. I think French bread pizza is the most overrated thing ever.
Again, I was 6.
Oh, I thought we were talking about high school.
No.
Yeah, I thought it was
Me too.
You know,
No.
I did like the
No,
peanut
this is-
butter and jelly, but then they changed it. Like they changed the peanut butter at one point when I was like in like 2nd grade, and I was so depressed.
Like, are you talking about Uncrustables?
No, like the peanut butter and jelly for like school lunch.
Just like a normal. We had
Yeah.
Uncrustables.
Okay.
We didn't get
That's fine.
anything. I'm not an Uncrustables guy.
Really?
Yeah, my parents would always get wheat bread, and now I just kind of always have
Ah.
wheat bread, and I'm not, and like I know you guys are listening, so I love wheat bread, and I will probably continue to eat wheat bread, but I've never been a white bread person.
Uncrustables is how I got out of my peanut allergy. When I was like 8 years old, it's like definitely
What do you mean
allergic.
you got out of
So-
your
Yeah, wait.
peanut
So listen to
allergy?
this.
Wait, go back.
So I was allergic to peanut butter or just peanuts in general at like a very young age. And I would always see my friends eating Uncrustables during lunchtime, and I just felt like FOMO. I was like, I want to know how that tastes. Everybody loves that. So one day I said I had enough. I'm having one, and had I had to get a rush to the hospital because I was like, yeah, I could have died. And then ever since then, I never had allergies from peanut butter.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
The magic Uncrustable.
I thought that you were gonna say like I just didn't like peanut butter and I got jealous that my friends are eating peanut. It's kind of like I used to do that with like some things. I was like, oh, I'm allergic to this, but like my little 6-year-old brain was like
Oh yeah.
a little dumb.
Yeah.
And I couldn't like process
You couldn't
the
process.
fact that I wasn't allergic to it. I just
Yeah.
didn't like it. I used to do that with pineapples, and now pineapples are my favorite fruit. So
I want to make
how
it clear
far
though,
we've come.
I don't condone doing what I did as a child.
Do not do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there it is.
Do not if you have a food allergy,
Respect it.
if you have a food allergy,
Careful.
respect it, and if you are going to consume things with it, talk to your doctor about it.
Yeah.
Exactly. But we're gonna move away from the food topic and we're gonna talk more about the weather because were the groundhogs really accurate? I don't know. After both the Punxsutawney Phil and Staten Island check both predicted an early spring, we have seen recent rises of temperatures lately. But for how long? In New Jersey, temperatures are expected to reach the low 50s this week, but forecasters have strong indications that there can be a shift in weather as we reach Valentine's Day. Kyle Lee, a meteorologist at WeatherWorks, said there are really a lot of things that are coming into play at the same time. Although it's still a couple of weeks out, I think there's definitely higher confidence than normal for this to occur. Lee adds that the Garden State and other parts of the eastern United States are getting milder than usual temperatures due to a strong jet stream that is pushing a warm air from west to east from the Pacific Ocean. But as we approach the next few weeks, the jet stream is expected to weaken pretty significantly, causing expectations of the temperature dropping. I don't want it to drop. I like
No.
where it is.
I like where it is. I like
I
having the early spring.
Me too.
I like having the early spring. I want it to be like I want it to be where I could wear a hoodie and shorts and just not like freeze. I mean that's my
Well,
fault,
that's your
but
style.
yeah, but that's my fault. I want to be able to have that, but it's like I don't want to keep getting asked, why are you wearing shorts? Because it happens every day. Okay?
Well, Tanner, when it's
Leave me
20
be.
degrees outside, you
Leave me be.
Okay.
Although the same people that say, why are you wearing shorts? They're like, it's really hot in here. Because you have 6 layers on, dude. What do you think's gonna happen? I'm in the building all day. You know.
What about when like you're waiting for the shuttle
Uh,
and then are your legs freezing?
no. I'm used to it.
Well, so I guess we all really want this early spring, right?
Yes.
Oh, you disagree.
I hate warm weather.
You enjoy this
I
one?
don't.
I enjoy fall. I don't enjoy
What do you
winter. I
think?
enjoy fall the most.
I think fall is the best season.
Oh no.
But spring is probably second. I'd probably throw spring in there in second place. Because I mean, like, yeah, summer's cool, but the only reason we like summer is because there's no school.
Sure.
Like half the people on this planet like summer more because there's no school. And yeah, sure, maybe there's some people who like hot weather that much. Look at you, Tanner. But
It's not right.
I mean, I think that there are definitely better things about other seasons
Sure.
besides no school.
Yeah.
And like fall is cool because like the beginning of the school year isn't that bad.
No, I like fall. Fall is a great season.
James said, "Oh no," when he heard that. I'm curious.
Yeah,
curious
what about you?
So last semester on the Buzz, on a Thursday Buzz, we had a semester-long argument about the best season.
Okay, everyone sum it up.
Yeah, I was
Ooh. Okay.
so to start, I like all the seasons. I think all 4 seasons are great, but I think fall is the worst of the four.
Wow.
You're the worst.
I
Please
Winter's
try,
the worst.
please
Why?
try to convince me why fall is the
But
worst.
I have like reasons.
oh I
So I think
can't
I
agree
think
with that.
spring is the best season actually. 'Cause I think
Ooh.
spring is just a superior fall because you're getting the same weather.
No, you're not.
You're
Wow.
getting the same weather except in reverse. It's going from cold to warm, but like in spring it's also not like super hot. It's like in the perfect middle ground of like 60 degrees ish. But you're getting that in fall too, except it only gets colder.
Yeah,
And then in spring everything blooms too. Everything looks pretty. But in fall, everything gets like sad and gloomy.
And it looks awesome.
okay. Let's run it back. Let's run it back.
Run it back.
Because there are so many flaws in your argument. Starting with the first point that you made, the fact that it's fall in reverse. That is just the most untrue thing I have ever heard. Because in spring, it is so humid and rainy
Yep.
and ugly. It is nasty out in spring.
Yep.
Spring is known for showers, spring showers. It rains all the time. It's humid all the time. You know what it is in fall? It's dry. It is dry
Leaves.
and it is just it's like
But
a
it gets
dry
so
cold.
cold.
See,
It's a dry
see,
cold. It doesn't get that cold. It's the thing.
see, fall is because with fall, at least for me, you have like the end of baseball season, the start of football season, and the start of 3 sports
It's a
seasons.
very great sport.
Yes.
Fall
Yes.
season
For
as
me, all
well.
the spooky stuff, I just get
No,
so
yeah.
And
excited.
Halloween.
Yeah.
And Halloween.
And Thanksgiving.
And
I love
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Listen. Whoever decided that the 21st of December was the start of winter, they had something against fall because if fall had Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas, elite.
Silly. I think that, well, no, you automatically associate Christmas with winter.
With winter.
You
That's the
kinda
one-
have to
that's
give
the
it
one
to
thing.
winter.
I do think winter, they get all the credit of having all the holidays. It's maybe like a couple days, and then it's just barren wasteland cold.
Yeah,
Speaking of
falls
months
off quickly.
and seasons, what's up with February, Tim?
February is Black History Month, and there will be campus-wide celebrations. Yes, that is right. February is Black History Month, going the whole month, a month honoring the triumphs and struggles of African Americans throughout history. The Montclair State University family has just started to celebrate the month, starting with a ceremony on February 1st. UPD served as the color guard for a procession across campus. Students, faculty, and staff took part in a ceremony that included the ritual of pouring water to honor ancestors of African descent and a rendition of Lift Every Voice and Sing performed by sophomore Ariana Joseph. The celebrations include a talk with Jennifer Jones, the first Black Rockette, and there are also art exhibits and documentary screenings. At the opening ceremony, Black Student Union leader Kayla Ogodi said this year's theme is Walking in the Footsteps of Greatness. President Capel said the month-long observation makes, quote, a powerful statement about our embrace of history as a pivotal to understanding the contemporary challenge, end quote. Capel recognized African Americans and other people of African ancestry who serve the university and those in the student body. So it's great to see these celebrations across campus. There's a lot that you can get involved with. There's a lot of speakers that will be here. I just think it's great to see this on campus for that.
I like diversity.
Yeah.
Celebrations.
I didn't realize there was so
Especially
many
for the
events.
food.
That's awesome.
I love consuming other cultures' foods.
Yeah.
That's my favorite
I know.
part.
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah, there was
We had
there's the one there's usually a day, usually late 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 in the semester, late in this semester. It's like I forget what I'm blanking, but they've had it twice, and it's like cultural day, or not even. I think it's like club.
International Education Week.
Yes,
Is it
but there's
actually
usually
that?
a celebration that there's just like food everywhere.
I think that's International Education
Yeah,
Week.
and it's
That
the
was
best.
last semester.
It's the was it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
No, it was
Might-
last year. It was last year.
Last year.
Yeah.
Well, I feel
I'm-
like this campus is always doing something.
Yeah,
They don't always
because
have something
I remember
special.
last year, I ordered Panera, and then when I was walking there, there's just this giant celebration going on with like free food. I was so angry at myself.
Yeah, I don't know. I would have probably remembered it if that was
Yeah.
last semester.
Yeah, because I remember there was a we had well, there was a broadcast of it on WMSC. We broadcasted live from there, and it would have been a lot. It would have been a lot easier because Nino, who's not here, was there for the event. You would remember.
Good morning and welcome to WMSC Music Monday. That is such a chaotic intro. I was very scared to come in, but here I am, and it's WMSC Music Monday. I am still your source for all music news this spring 2024 semester, and I know what you're thinking. You're going to talk about the Grammys for 15 minutes, and then you're going to talk about the Grammys for another hour after this. Wrong. That's not what I'm doing. We are going to talk about our WMSC music shows just like we always do right here on Music Monday. First up, we have Tunes on Tuesday. Every Tuesday this semester at 6 p.m. Music librarian Gwen and music director Emil will be hosting another Tunes on Tuesday. Tunes is our weekly show where all of the music team members who want to be on, including yours truly, come to talk about all music things in a roundtable discussion. We have reworked the style of Tunes. We are more informative. That means we kind of talk about different alternative adjacent genres and inform you about the said scenes like pop punk, metal, and electronic, and many more, obviously, right here at 6 p.m. tomorrow. So definitely stay tuned for that if you are interested. Next up, we have Unplugged, our live music show every Thursday at 6. Unfortunately, right now I do not have any information. However, tomorrow on Tunes, it is possible that we will have some more announcements regarding Unplugged. So I'm going to keep moving on right from that, unfortunately. For our alt rock chart checkup, at number 10, we have The American Dream is Killing Me by Green Day. At number 9, we have About You by the 1975. Number 8 is Already Over by Mike Shindoa. Number 7 is Nothing Matters by The Last Dinner Party. Number 6 is Beautiful People Stay High by the Black Keys. Number 5 is Modern Girl by Bleachers. Number 4, we have Landmines by Sum 41. And number 3, we have Runaway With Me by Cool Orchids. Number 2 is Loving You by Cannons. And number 1 is One More Time by Blink-182 again. And now on to general music news. This is a big week in the industry, with not even regarding the Grammys. Since the Grammys were hosted, I still do have information about announcements there, but I will get to that in just a moment because we had some releases to cover. For alt rock, we had the last dinner party. I'm sorry, they released their freshman album, Prelude to Ecstasy. Great album. I liked it a lot. It was very enjoyable. They are charting right now, so they're definitely they're hot. They're on fire, and I hope to see that. I hope to see where they go next. Paramore, Grammy, not about the Grammys, but they did they were a part of the Grammys. That's all I'm gonna say right now.
They
They
Grammy'd.
they Grammy'd. They did Grammy. Thank you, Tanner. They released their cover of "Burning Down the House" by Talking Heads. This is the lead single for Studio A24's compilation album featuring various artist adaptations of the Talking Heads album Stop Making Sense. Burning Down the House and Paramore is a combination I never thought I knew I needed, but
Talk about burning awareness week.
hmm. Thank you, Danny. I great, amazing cover, great song, even better cover. Over in the world of singer songwriter, Billy Joel is back. He has released his first studio project since River of Dreams all the way back in 1993. And his new single, Turn the Lights Back On, is out now. Oh, my Billy Joel fan. I love Billy. I think that this song is brilliant. Lana Del Rey, still in singer-songwriter, has announced that her upcoming album is going to be country oriented.
Oh, wait.
But this doesn't come as a surprise, since she shared a snippet earlier this year, and that snippet featured a country artist. So it was definitely not a surprise that she decided to lean into the genre a little harder. It's definitely interesting to see where she's going to go. I don't know how you guys feel about country as a genre. I'm honestly not the hugest. I'm not a.
You have a country show?
You-
Pop and country.
That's your show? It's country?
Pop and country is both actually.
Well, they kind of go hand in hand, honestly.
Yeah.
But
They're both bad.
I mean, I think that the only reason country is in a bad spot is because we don't have fresh ideas.
No, yeah.
Through it.
As someone who, as a child, had a mom and sister that just played country all the time, I just get desensitized. Every
Yeah.
song is just either, the dude's in his pickup truck
Yep.
with a
Mhm.
case of Natty Light,
Yeah.
a girl and Jesus,
Yeah.
or it's like the same. The guy cheated. All right, I'm gonna kill him.
But
Like,
here's where we veer off. Here's where we veer off because you know who's writing the music this time? It's gonna be Lana Del Rey.
True.
That means we're gonna get some fresh ideas coming through the genre, and I'm super excited. However, the news is not over. There is a lot of news today.
what?
We have pop news. Dua Lipa at the Grammys debuted her new single Training Season for her third album, which has yet to receive a release date. The single performed last night, named Training Season, is supposed to release on streaming mid-February, but this is the first time the song has been fully showcased, so it is noteworthy news. And the last story I have for today. Everybody knows what happened last night. Taylor Swift pulled a fast one. Everyone thought she was going to release the Taylor's version or announce the Taylor's version of her album Reputation because she changed her profile pictures on her socials to black and white. However, instead of announcing Reputation Taylor's version, she actually accepted her Grammy, spoiler alert, and announced that she would be releasing a new studio album titled The Tortured Poets Department with a tentative release date of April 19th, 2023. So, I'm sorry? 2024.
2024.
I wrote, I'm stuck in the past.
Yes,
It
you
is 2024, and the album is supposed to come out April 19th, 2024. That is my bad. However,
we're gonna talk about our thoughts on
Yeah.
Taylor
it's
Swift
all about
when we get to the
Taylor
Grammys
Swift.
because I have an opinion on this new album
can't wait to hear it.
that
Can't wait. Because all next hour is all Grammys. We're gonna
listen,
be able
if
to
you-
lay it out.
if
on
you
the
hate
audience.
Taylor Swift, you should just hibernate this week
The-
because you're gonna have probably until like Friday, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh my God, the new album," and then you're gonna have to watch her on Super Bowl Sunday. You know, you're gonna have to watch
Mhm.
you're gonna have to watch, you know, the Chiefs come have a comeback win, and then she goes. I've seen this. I've seen this as a. I've seen this on the same thing happen on Twitter. Someone says she walks up to Travis Kelsey, slaps him, and say, "This is for almost losing," and
saw
and
that
like
too.
and then like kissing him and be like,
Yeah.
"This is for
This is
winning the
for
Super Bowl
winning.
MVP," and it's like the end to the movie, and then the credits roll, and then just like we never play organized football again. And this the NFL
We're
folds.
living in a
The
Disney
NFL just folds.
movie.
We are living in a
We're
Disney
living in a
movie.
Disney movie. This is like Taylor Swift's arc is just it's just a Disney movie.
It is.
There's no interestingness. Everything is just by the book. It's where's the flavor? Where's
And they're gonna go to Disney World.
They
If the Chiefs, if whoever wins, they're gonna say, "I'm going to Disney World."
Big business behind this.
The mouse.
the mouse is behind this.
You know, they just lost the Steamboat Willie rights, so they're just gonna make it Taylor Swift now.
Mhm.
Rendition like this.
I cannot wait to talk about the Grammys.
Wait. So if the Chiefs win, are we calling it a Mickey Mouse ring?
Yeah.
Because it's all
I love
it's all Disney.
every single time Disney is mentioned within that happened with
COVID and LeBron.
and COVID. The Mickey,
The Mickey, the bubble, the bubble, the Mickey. But we are going to take a break. This has been the first hour of the Morning Buzz. It is now time for our second hour. We're just gonna yell it.
Yeah.
High energy.
Second hour Morning Buzz.
Like for hours.
Stop. It's time for the newscast.
Good morning, I'm Daniel Ortiz, and this is WMSC News. For our top story, California is at risk of level 4 flooding. The intense rainfall that has been hitting LA, Santa Barbara, and Oxnard has reached a capacity that can be life-threatening. Residents have been ordered to evacuate for communities in the aforementioned cities. Some of the effects have been hurricane-force winds, power outages, and flight delays. The worst of the rainstorm will fall between Sunday and Tuesday. Please stay safe. In national news, the United States has warned Iran that if any more attacks aimed toward American forces, the U.S. will continue to retaliate. Jack Sullivan, President Joe Biden's national security advisor, was quoted stating that if attacks do continue, Iran will receive a swift and forceful response. U.S. forces have always been threatened in the Middle East for years, but assaults have become more frequent with the ongoing war of Israel with Hamas. In New Jersey news, Jersey Shore star Nicole Snooki Polizzi was surprised over the weekend when a police officer delivered her Uber Eats. Police officer was forced with this task after arresting the original delivery driver because of an outstanding warrant. The police department later tweeted an apology in the event of the food service was slow and cold. Now on to weather. Expect a high of 46 with sunny skies and a low of 29. For tomorrow, more sunny skies with a high of 42 and a low of 30. This has been WMC News. Back to you, Tanner.
Thank you for that. It is now time for Sportscast. James, take us away.
Good morning. My name is James Gregg, and this is your WMSC Sports Update. Starting off this morning's sports news, it was announced just yesterday that the 2026 World Cup final will be played at MetLife Stadium. According to CBS Sports, the stadium is ready to have a max seating of 87,000, meaning that this is a chance to be one of the most attended World Cup games of all time. MetLife Stadium will also host 7 other games in the tournament, and for soccer fans in the area, it is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to see the largest sporting event in the world in person. Over in the NBA, trade rumors swirl throughout the league as the deadline grows closer. The Hawks, who are having an extremely underwhelming year, have had rumors of moving star guard DeJounte Murray. Along with that, there have been murmuring about a possible Mikal Bridges trade as the Nets look to regain some draft picks to build for a brighter future. But no trade rumor comes close to the rumblings of a possible LeBron James trade. These rumors began when a trusted reporter tweeted that LeBron may be on the move, but fans erupted when LeBron replied to a tweet on Twitter with two emojis, the Statue of Liberty and a crown. Since then, LeBron and his agent have denied any possible moves, but something may be brewing in the Lakers front office. Rounding it off with some MLB updates, watch out for those Orioles. Just last week, the team was sold to two private billionaires, giving the Orioles a large cash flow for the first time in a while. The Baltimore party continued on Thursday when they traded for the 2021 NL Cy Young Award winner Corbin Burns. This move put the entire league on watch as they were already the best team in the American League without this move, making them even more dangerous with this newly acquired All-Star. On the other side of the league, the Phillies may be close to acquiring outfielder Cody Bellinger as talks between the two continue. It is deep into the offseason, and with this being one of the only offers that Bellinger has received to this point, it may be reasonable to expect a deal to be finalized within the next few days. Finishing off this morning's sports news, some score updates from our local teams. The Nets beat the 76ers 136 to 121, and the Knicks lost to the Lakers 113 to 105. As for Red Hawk updates, the women's basketball team is 5-10, and the men's basketball team is 10-5. My name is James Gregg, and this has been your WMSC Sports Update.
Thank you for that, for the WMSC Sports Update. We love sports and we love updates, but we're going to update you.
That was a great line.
We are finally to the moment that everybody, the one that everyone has been waiting for. I'm trying to find a drum roll. I'm going to tell you how to make chicken salad.
Yay.
Drum, like under the table. Just
Yeah.
I did. I'm going to tell you how to. So you're going to get some chicken. You're going to get some mayonnaise. All right. This is going to be an hour because that's how long I take to make, you got to have your crudité next to you. No, we're not talking about that. We're going to talk about, I know, I tried hard to talk about my chicken salad, how Tanner makes chicken salad, but we're going to talk about the Grammys. Yippee! This is what I was watching while making Tanner's famous chicken salad. It's the moment you've all been waiting for. The Grammys. The 2024 Grammys took place last night at Crypto.com Arena Staples Center in Los Angeles. Trevor Noah, a comedian and best-selling author, hosted the show, which marked his fourth consecutive turn at the helm of the ceremony. Noah is also best known for his work as the former host of The Daily Show, which he took on after the previous host Jon Stewart's departure in 2015. There was some rain and high wind on the red carpet as the National Weather Service updated its forecast for intense rain. Too bad Taylor Swift couldn't fly away.
Whoa.
Mary Poppins.
Already starting off hot.
I don't know.
Too bad. Too bad.
I wonder if there's like what if Travis Scott is just like flying now? He's just like got taken away by the wind.
Who knows?
Oh no!
I hope not.
It's like that the video of him falling off stage.
Oh
The-
my God.
EA.
Yeah.
Okay. A flood watch was issued from 1 a.m. Sunday to 4 p.m. Tuesday in the Los Angeles area. Despite the weather, the show must go on as it did. So now it's time to recap everything that went down. And first off, of course, it's everyone's favorite football fan, T. Swizzle.
T-Swizzle.
Not T-Swizzle.
Who wants to tell the people about T-Swizzle?
About T-Swizzle, because I was just telling the people about T-Swizzle during Music Monday.
T-Swizz.
T-Swizzle, also known as Taylor Swift, won her fourth album of the year, Four Midnights, for her studio album that came out last year. She was also won Best Vocal Pop as well as album of the year. Celine Dion presented Taylor with the award as she is coping. I'm sorry. Celine Dion presented Taylor with the final award of the night as she's coping with a neurological disorder.
Oh my God.
Dion has been out of the public picture since her diagnosis, but she was very happy and excited to be at the Grammys, saying, "When I was happy, I'm happy to. When I say that I'm happy to be here, I really mean it from my heart." Taylor's accomplishment has made her the only artist to ever win Album of the Year 4 times. This win, the win has put her above 3 beloved artists who won Album of the Year 3 times, including Frank Sinatra, Stevie Wonder, and Paul Simon. Midnight's Fearless in 1989 and Folklore are the 4 albums that won the achievement. But also took a moment to acknowledge her friends, Kevin Antonoff and Lana Del Rey, as you just heard, and many fans were surprised that she announced the release date and just the existence in general, release date and existence of her new album, Tortured Poets Department, set to release on April 19th. Right after her speech, a post on her Instagram immediately went viral, revealing the new album's artwork. And although many fans expected Taylor Swift to announce Taylor's version of Reputations, Swifties are excited to see what comes up in April. I think, honestly,
Okay,
we
it's time. It's time.
it's time to have that conversation.
Yes.
Well,
one,
Taylor Swift deserve to be up there with the legs of Frank Sinatra, Stevie Wonder, and Paul Simon.
Survey says.
Survey says, especially for Midnight of all albums, I get 1989 and Folklore. Great albums, very solid. I think as cheesy pop night as 1989 is, it's charming and it aged well. And Folklore is just a great album front to back. But Fearless and Midnights have zero rights to be on this list for
Chris.
3 and 4 wins.
I have to disagree with you.
Um,
Fearless is one of my
Fearless?
favorite albums from her. It's an OG.
Fearless is extremely overrated, especially.
I'm offended.
This was for the original one, I would assume.
So look, what you were saying, she basically made history. We've never seen any artist win
I think
4 album of the years. Now look,
that the Grammys and the Academy should just. I feel like at this point it's a popularity contest.
Yeah.
And we
Well-
have a lot of more news to cover, and that just continues to prove the point. Looking at you, Miley Cyrus. Anyways, not to spoil.
what I was gonna say, because I'm not gonna leave this topic just yet. So, Taylor Swift's Midnight, great album. Was it her best album? I don't think
Absolutely
so,
not.
but it was a big year for her because of the Eras tour.
It
She
was
gained
pretty
so much traction because of it. That's why I think she really won it.
I
Like,
think that's a lame reason to win.
it is, but she did. And like, listen, she is great. She's humble about her music and the way she says things, but
I think she's just well PR trained. I think honestly,
Wow,
I'm
Chris
I'm
really
I'm
looking
really
blind.
I'm really leaning towards like before she got like super duper ultra mega famous. I think you have the right. I think you're completely right in
Yeah.
saying that she's humble and everything she says just comes out well. Right now, we are in the opposite situation.
Now, I gotta talk about the announcement of her new album, because that was so scripted and fake. I can't believe it was so. It was like, oh my god, I just won this award. Anyways, I have a new album coming out. Like,
Honestly,
come on.
I think the most exciting part of this
Yeah.
Grammys was probably like I hate to say it, but I'm kinda hyped to see where she goes with this project
No, yeah,
because
but it's not the album itself. It's
just the
just
acceptance.
it was the award for what, best pop album.
It was album of the year.
No,
No,
Oh,
there was
no,
she
not.
announced
she
the
announced
album.
it. It was
Oh
like
yeah, it
best,
was pop album,
Pop
but
solo.
pop solo album,
but
solo,
it was like
whatever.
it was just
Best
so
pop vocal album.
best pop vocal album. It was just so should have been.
Mhm.
It was just so you could tell that she was just you
Oh,
could
yeah.
tell that she knew she was going to win an award, and she was like, I'm gonna announce it now.
It's like
I didn't like it.
and she changed her profile pictures.
And that's where people thought, that's where the Swifties were wondering if she was gonna release or announce when Taylor's version of Reputation was coming
Yeah,
out. That's why everybody was confused.
But either way you spin it, even if she ended up announcing Taylor version Reputation, it would have
It was
been super duper script. Like it just feels so scripted because she
yeah.
did it
I
on the
I,
night
I was honest.
before the Grammy.
I was honestly
Before the
shocked.
Grammy.
I was honestly shocked that could you imagine if the Grammys were like 2 weeks from now, and she was like on the field after the Super Bowl celebration. She's like, I have a new album coming out, and then they all say maybe the Kansas City Chiefs were the friends we made along the way. And then they all start singing, like the 49ers come out, they all start singing like a all start singing like a whatever something, and then just like, thank you for watching the National Football League. And then like it's just like trumpets playing. The entire NFL shows up. They start doing a kick line. It's like the end of like an SNL episode where they're all like talking around.
See, my thing is, I have no issues with Taylor Swift as a person or an artist.
Yeah.
My whole thing comes from when music gets undeserving awards. Like,
yeah.
I truly believe that Guts should have won this.
We'll get
Yeah.
to the snubs.
That's
I have a lot to
Yes.
say about
Yes.
Olivia
I'll look back on it.
Rodrigo.
But we are going to move on to another person who won a Grammy for the first time, and that is yeah. Ooh, oh, Miley Cyrus.
What's his number?
Yeah. You get the best of both worlds. But you know what? I've done this before, and I feel like it's only fitting. It's now time to sing this. Let's hear a round of applause as Miley Cyrus wins her first 2 Grammys ever. Cyrus kicked off the Grammys by winning Best Pop Solo Performance for her popular song Flowers, as she accepted the award from Mariah Carey. After winning nearly 2 decades in the music industry, she's honored to finally win a Grammy. I think the singing must stop. But after she accepted her award, she shimmied across the stage in her sparkly silver dress. Later on in the evening, Cyrus went back on stage to accept the Record of the Year award for Flowers as well. But how do we feel? How do we feel? How do we feel about
this? Is definitely a song that exists.
This song single-handedly made me stop listening to the radio, like in my car.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
to like 80 times at Wawa. I work for Wawa.
You're just like making some dudes like meatball sub.
Yeah.
I can buy myself flowers.
I genuinely don't understand why this had to be the song, though. Like, she has some great songs. I love We Can't Stop.
Yeah.
That song's a banger. Why couldn't it be that? Why did it have to be? This isn't even like this is basically an interpolation because like with everything that happened with Bruno Mars and When I Was Your Man.
Mhm.
Do you guys know about that?
I know exactly what you're saying. It's like the same lyrics.
So
just
yeah,
differently.
essentially got into hot water with Bruno Mars because the melody
Okay, what was it?
and sort of, I guess you could probably make the argument for the content of the lyrics were very similar to When I Was Your Man by Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
And so they kind of got into a little skirmish, and I'm pretty sure she ended up having to give him a little bit of credit for it. If I'm
Oh,
not
really?
wrong. I believe that's how it ended up ending.
It did, but I was very pleased by
Yes.
the result because
I needed
that song makes me cry.
It's a great
That
song.
song can make anybody
Great
cry.
movie.
Great movie, great song.
Great tie-in
Great,
with the
yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
You saw Barbie?
Yes.
We're
I saw it
talking
twice.
about one of those
I saw it twice.
amazing-
That's my best
Fire
picture. But
song.
great, amazing song. There is not
I love
enough
Billie Eilish.
praise you can give about this, and it's amazing that she
yeah.
getting past Ye Old Academy.
Yeah,
Giving-
the Academy. It's
who
wild.
decides to give Taylor Swift Album of the Year.
Yeah.
But
No, if
yeah.
this didn't win, I would have been really.
Oh, yeah.
I would have been really angry.
this wasn't.
I was like, if I was, I think forgetting the song. I'm forgetting this. Anti-Hero by Taylor Swift. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
if that wins, I'm gonna be so angry because that song's just not. It's not that good.
It really is.
Goes, I don't remember it all.
I have this thing where I get
It's the
older.
one where that's terribly written and it has
That's
some, has some great lyrics.
One I had a dream that
I was,
that I'm gonna get killed. She thinks I left her in the will. Like, it's just like
that-
it's just like this is not
that was,
quality.
yeah, that the entire album was poorly produced. I'm sorry, Jack. You did great. You did a great job on Lana's record, but I don't know what you were thinking when you were
Yeah, I
deciding to
well,
take the board.
let's.
on
You know what?
Taylor's.
We're not talking about Taylor Swift. We're talking about Billie
We're
Eilish.
talking
We're talking about
Billie.
Barbie.
Yeah. Let's stop talking about the Taylor hate just seeps into every conversation
You know-
somehow. 'Cause she's nominated for.
You know what's
everything.
gonna win? You know what's gonna win next year?
The,
Ice Spice's new song. I-
the
But just briefly going back to Billy, I there for her birthday, she was like hanging out with like a bunch of artists.
oh yeah.
And I saw like Vince Staples was there, and I'm like, if she makes a track with Vince Staples, I will freaking fall in love with it. I love Vince Staples, and I feel like if Lil Yachty can do a song with Faye Webster, then let's do a Billie Eilish and Vince Staples song.
Vince Staples is kind of one of those artists like I hear, but I just don't know who he is. Haven't really dabbled that much.
But
You know,
We'll
who
move
else is
on.
an artist that I hear. Don't really dabble. Tell me about an artist you hear but don't really dabble in.
Victoria, what do you mean? I'm a huge Victoria Monet fan. I am a diehard Victoria Monet fan. I have her poster on all crevices of my
Are you
wall.
serious?
No. Victoria Monet took home the Grammy for Best New Artist, earning her honor over all the nominees, including Ice Spice, Fred again, Coco Jones, Jelly Roll, Gracie Abrams, Noah Kahan, and The War and Treaty. Even though the singer just released her debut album, Jaguar 2, she has also co-written some of Ariana Grande's biggest hits like Thank You Next and more. Monet gets emotional in her speech as she accepts the award. You know, I thought Ice Spice was going to take this home. I love Ice Spice.
I really was. I thought it was either gonna be her or Noah Khan. I'm not an Ice Spice fan.
Yeah.
But
What?
no, dude. It's just like
You not even the fart.
she makes happy drill music. And I think it's like overproduced slop. But that's
Wow.
my opinion. Anyways.
Anyways, no,
I'm happy that
I
Victoria
think that
Monet won, though.
Victoria Monet is super talented because she not only is able to do her own music like make her own music, but she writes so much.
Mhm.
She has so many credit. Like you'd be surprised. I'm taking like a music class right now, and we were looking at the nominees last week, like making predictions in class and stuff. And we were going through like the amount of things that she has written.
Mhm.
She has her name in so many huge pop songs, notably a lot of Ariana Grande's hits.
Then does that
Just-
take away? Does that take away from the fact of her winning Best New
Absolutely
Artist?
not,
No, why would
because
I thought
that
they would
adds
encourage
to it.
Yeah.
Because
I guess.
that just shows how
talented.
talented of a songwriter she is.
Yeah.
Because like these aren't bad songs she's writing. Ariana, a lot of Ariana Grande's music is very catchy in a good way.
Yeah.
I don't
Well
hate
written.
listening to Ariana Grande. I love Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
Great pop artist. And the
She's
fact
nothing
that
else.
she's got her name. Yeah, I've been reporting on this for the past few weeks.
Yeah.
And then in February, March, I don't remember exactly. However, I think Victoria Monet definitely deserved this one because
Yeah.
she's got her hands in a lot of cookie jars, and her solo career
What was that?
proving to
What
be
was that?
successful.
Cookie jar. Oh, I want some cookies.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Me
I love
too.
cookies.
I'm hungry. I'm hungry. But it's now time to talk about SZA.
Yes.
Who doesn't love SZA?
Freaking love
Jersey.
SZA. So happy she won this.
SZA wins for best R&B song. As SZA took the Grammy stage, she won. As she won best R&B song, she got emotional. Wah. SZA's crying. I don't know what that was. SZA won for her song "Snooze" off of her second studio album SOS, where she's wearing a St. Louis Blues jersey. Fun fact there. She also gave a shout out to Taylor Swift T-Swizzle before she hilariously ran off stage. Good for her.
Good for SZA.
That you could tell that she very was very
That was
honored
a-
to win that award.
That was a genuine acceptance speech.
That was a genuine
Ladies and
acceptance
gentlemen
speech.
out there.
Travis Kelce's girlfriend. And
That's crazy.
she took her time to honor her family and friends and not announce a new album and be the biggest commercial of the year.
I think it's kind of I really wasn't a huge fan of SOS on initial listen,
Really?
but it really has grown on me since.
Mhm.
I still don't.
I thought-
love
see, I thought-
Snooze.
I thought it was up for an award. I thought Kill Bill was going to win the.
I think yeah.
I thought
too.
I thought when they announced when I saw the names, the nominations, I was like, this is when I saw it yesterday, because I didn't even know the nominations until I watched it, until
Really?
they were like, here are your nominees, which thank you, Lionel Richie. But I thought it was gonna be either Flowers, Kill Bill, What Was I Made For, or Taylor Swift Schlop. It's a awful song. I'm gonna say it. The song's not good.
What?
But
Antihero?
yeah, I thought
Well,
that was gonna.
This
but-
is for best R&B.
yeah, that's true.
So it wouldn't.
Yeah, I know.
The Taylor Swift hate seeps through once again.
The Taylor Swift R&B song is gonna hit.
I'd do a
What
backflip.
was nominated for R&B? Let's see.
I don't even.
I'm
know.
gonna check right
But
now.
There were a few good ones too, alongside SZA's.
I am currently fact checking
We're fact checking here on the Morning Buzz.
on the
We're checking
Morning
our
Buzz.
facts.
It was.
You can get
wait,
all
that's
your
R&B.
buzz in the morning.
I'm sorry.
On the Morning Buzz.
On the morning buzz.
Hold on.
I don't know why I just sounded like
Because-
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
on.
On the Morning Buzz, they give facts about music and the Grammys.
The
Uh,
Grammys.
I don't know. Maybe I am Neil deGrasse Tyson. Maybe I'm a shape-shifting scientist who turned into a
Here we go.
20-year-old college
right.
dude.
All right. So we had Snooze,
I don't know.
winner for
Mhm.
SZA. We had All My Mama by Victoria Monet. That was another good song.
Mhm.
I like that one a lot. I See You by Coco Jones. Back to Love by Robert Glasper. And Angel by Halle Berry. So it was definitely a very stacked category. SZA also won another award for pop duo with Phoebe Bridgers with Ghost in the Machine.
Yes.
That's one of my favorites off
Yeah.
the record.
Me too.
But
I love Phoebe.
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 We have one more thing to talk about before we cut to a quick break, and that is Paramore winning 2 Grammys, just like Miley Cyrus. Paramore won 2 Grammys for the first time. The band took home Best Alternative Music Performance and lead single from the Best Rock Album for This Is Why. Hayley Williams and Taylor York each won a Grammy award in the past for Best Rock Song for Ain't It Fun, but 2024 has marked the year where the entire band won.
Paramore is amazing.
Yeah.
This Is Why is a spectacular record, and Hayley Williams is ridiculously talented. Thank you, the Academy,
Yeah,
for
real.
making the right choice here. This was a very
I
stacked
thought-
category.
You started
though.
sounding like someone accepting an award. Thank
I
you to the Academy. Thank you, Mom.
yeah,
Thank
that
you, Dad.
was very hold on. So this was a very stacked category. We had This Is Why, 72 Seasons by Metallica, In Times New Roman by Queens of the Stone Age, But Here We Are by the Foo Fighters, and Starcatcher by Greta Van Fleet.
You know,
but
I think the only one I've listened in that is the Foo Fighters one.
oh, I love that.
That would've been my pick.
That got me emotional.
That would have been my pick, but
I think that 72 Seasons wasn't my fan. I wasn't a huge fan
Yeah.
on initial listen. However, as I have continued to revisit it, it has just continued to
I
grow
love
at a
when
very
they
rapid
did with that,
rate.
when they put, you could write whatever text you want.
Oh yeah,
and
over the
make it
logo.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Metallica also won Best Metal Performance for the title track of 72 Seasons, and the only one who was there to accept it was bassist. So thank you.
Let me see.
Thank you, Robert.
Thank you,
I gotta
Trujillo.
see what the
I love you, Robert Trujillo.
best the best metal.
Best
I gotta
Metal
see- I gotta see
was
what-
it was actually pretty. It was pretty
I gotta see
a lot
what
of talent in there.
I gotta see what the so best metal performances were Bad Man by Disturbed, Phantom of the Opera by Ghost, that's one, Metallica with 72 Seasons, Slipknot with Hive Mind, and Spirit Box with Jaded.
That
I love
Spirit
Spirit
Box
Box.
song was good.
Yeah.
Spirit
That
Box
was a
is so
very
fire.
competitive one. Metallica did get a lot of love.
They did.
They got a lot
They
of
did. They did.
nominations.
But-
they did lose rock performance though.
Some of the performances and some of the snubs from the Grammys. Joni Mitchell receives a standing ovation after performance. Joni Mitchell took the Grammy stage with a history-making performance after getting nominated 18 times and winning 9 Grammys. The 80-year-old singer was introduced by Brandi Carlile and performed the song Both Sides Now. The heartfelt performance takes place as Mitchell is seated on a throne and surrounded by chandeliers. Carlisle, Jess Wolfe, and Holly Leisig joined Mitchell on stage as the crowd gave her a standing ovation. She also won Best Folk Album category for Joni Mitchell at Newport Live. As the singer suffered a brain aneurysm in 2015, it took some time to get back into her music. Mitchell also received honors including Music Care's Person of the Year in Las Vegas, as she was honored by some of the music industry's biggest names like Lionel Richie, John Legend, and more. I saw this. This was the one part of the Grammys that I watched. I saw probably an hour of it, and this was a great performance.
She is
very
80.
It was
Yeah.
it was a very
Go
emotional
Joni.
performance, and you could fully tell that there was a lot going into it. It was
That's awesome being that age and still serving.
yeah. It was fantastic. It was fantastic. But we're gonna go into
What's next?
should we talk about Olivia Rodrigo?
I thought we were gonna talk about Billy Joel.
Talking about Billy Joel again?
Yeah, well, he was there.
Okay.
He usually gets
Performed.
confused as Olivia Rodrigo.
Okay. Who wants to talk about Billy Joel? Who wants Billy
I guess
Joel?
Not everybody all at once.
I guess I will, because Billy Joel performs new song. The Piano Man is officially back as he took the Grammy stage to perform his latest single, Turn the Lights Back On. He, of course, took the grand piano to play the song. The singer was also joined by a full band, including several horn and string players. He was dressed in a leather jacket and sunglasses, looking cooler than ever. Throughout his performance, the stage increasingly lit up to create an impacting moment relating to the song's lyrics as Joel reflected on his own legacy to his fans. The crowd gave him a standing ovation as he gave a humble bow at the end of his performance. In the clip, Joel says, "The whole point of doing what I do was because it was so much fun to do when I first started. I kind of lost that after a while. Freddie got me to find the joy in it again."
Oh,
Round of applause.
this guy stinks.
Tanner, do you not like
Tanner,
Billy
come on.
Joel?
Why are we such haters here?
Yeah, why don't you like Billy Joel, man?
Because his like his two most popular songs, one is just here's historical events that happened, and then the
Well,
other one
then,
is
so basically
here's
what
a dude at
basically, what
a
I'm getting
bar.
from this is that you've never listened to a lot of his records.
I mean, I have. It just don't.
So you finished A Stranger in full. You finished
No,
Glass Houses in full.
no, I'm not a Billy Joel fanatic.
I think that those are his two. Like, it's not even. That's like very surface level, my friend.
Yeah, I know.
Think that,
I'm
think
telling-
that you're
I'm
just
telling you
being
that.
unopen-minded.
When you're in a music debate and your opponent is Chris.
You can't win. I'm.
That's not what I'm
You're-
here for. Listen, I know Billy
He's
Joel.
hating.
I know Billy
He's
Joel.
hating.
I know Billy Joel from Mets games, and they play Piano Man, and it's the most boring thing ever.
How do
I'm
you
trying to
know
get
what
hyped up
Piano
in.
Man?
I'm trying to get hyped up in the 8th inning. They're about to blow the game, and I know it's coming. And I gotta hear some sad harmonica in a song called Piano Man.
And
I want to hear some piano.
You
There
prefer
is
to hear some Ice
piano.
Spice,
What are you
right? To get
I
hyped
prefer
up?
to hear some Ice Spice. I want
What? He
Deli
does play
play
I
the
want
piano.
Deli. I want to get hyped to Deli in the 9th inning.
Eh.
Okay. I want that.
Tanner, can you, since you have so much rage, can you tell us about Olivia Rodrigo? Because I think she was feeling some rage last night.
She was. I was too. I was feeling some rage
Same.
for her. Olivia Rodrigo performs "Vampire" at the Grammys. The singer showed off her vocals as she sang a bloody rendition of "Vampire" from her sophomore album "Guts." The artist performed as she stood on stage with a mic and sang, but as the song progressed, she began to have blood on her face. At the final part of the performance, the blue backdrop transformed into one with blood dripping down. The singer was nominated for 6 awards, including Record of the Year, Song of the Year, Best Pop Solo Performance of Vampire, Album of the Year, and Best Pop Vocal Album for Guts. Additionally, Taylor Swift put the feud rumors to rest as the cameras showed her happily dancing alongside to Rodrigo's performance. Swift also mouthed the lyrics and clapped enthusiastically as the song ended, with her glove-covered arms held up high. Rodrigo also showed her love for Swift when she won Best Pop Vocal Album and announced her new album coming out.
Snubbed.
Snubbed.
Absolutely snubbed.
Listen, sometimes you just kick back to Olivia Rodrigo.
Yeah.
I've done it.
I mean,
I've done it.
Well, I don't. What do you mean? Is this something you're not proud of?
No, I'm
sorry.
proud of it.
Good.
I was looking at concert tickets. They're like $400.
Yeah, I believe it.
That's
She's
something that
fantastic.
sucks.
You know what? Like maybe, whatever. Why not? $400.
Yep.
It was not good.
I like the fact that Vampire didn't get anything. The fact that
Yeah.
we're not at snubs yet, but gosh darn it.
Snubs is next. Actually.
No, nothing for
So,
Vampire, nothing for Guts, which I think Guts was better than Sour, her freshman album.
I
I'm gonna
agree.
be bold enough to
I-
say that. Yeah.
I think that
Was it
Guts-
better than Midnight's?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
There was something definitely mid about
So-
Midnight.
So
Mid-
Danny, I definitely kind of agree with you because at first I was like, nah, I kind of like
Mhm.
Sour better, but I was like, honestly, I feel like with Guts, she really grew. She
Yeah.
really sprouted out
Absolutely.
of her little shell.
Yeah, and you see her like start gaining her identity as this artist and as this performer, and it's just such a shame that she wasn't recognized. Like she got nominated, which of course is still a great accolade to have, but to be recognized and receive an award. I feel like she earned it. She
She
should have.
definitely earned
Yeah.
it. Especially
If you don't, as Ricky Bobby said, if you don't win, you're last.
exactly. If you're not first, you're
Not
last.
first, you're last.
And the guts was spectacular. I want to go on record. I think I've already said it like 80 times, but the fact that Midnight's won
Mid.
album
It's
of the year,
ridiculous.
or any
But
category she was competing.
Let's talk
Yeah.
about some more snubs.
Good.
more.
As Jay-Z
snubs.
took the stage for his Dr. Dre Global Impact Award, he criticized the Recording Academy. Although he was thankful for winning the award and brought his daughter Blue Ivy on stage, he said some harsh but true things. In a speech, he recalled Will Smith and DJ Jazzy Jeff boycotting the award show in 1988 and his own boycott after being nominated for Best Rap Album in 1998. His criticism also turned to Beyonce as well.
His wife?
Yes. Well, no, they were criticizing that she was that she didn't get nominated or
Oh yeah, she got snubbed too.
yeah.
100%.
Thank you
Preach,
for saying
Preach.
what we all thought.
Yeah.
Jay-Z, this
Yes.
is why we love you.
Yeah. I feel like he's not wrong at all. Like for me, the Grammys stopped being so like I started losing a lot of interest when Macklemore won Album of the Year
Oh.
over Kendrick Lamar.
Over-
Oh
When
wow.
that happened, I said, okay,
No,
no
and
more
then you had-
Grammys for me.
And then you had, and this is what we're gonna bring up next. You had Cardi B over
Oh,
over Astro
over
World.
Astro
My
World.
God.
Horrible.
Yeah.
An invasion of privacy over
Ridiculous.
Astro World, which
Yeah.
is crazy. What is your, if you had to pick a snub from this, what is your,
From this one,
Yes.
the worst one.
who got snubbed?
I'm gonna say Olivia.
Yeah. I agree.
I would say Olivia.
I agree 100%.
But what specific category? Are
Any
we looking
category.
at-
For-
are we
what's
looking
the
at a
biggest
specific
album?
category? I
For
think
pop
that.
album?
Hold on, I'm gonna do some more.
I'm honestly gonna go with
searching.
Olivia as well. I mean, like I've never listened to like much of her stuff before. Obviously, everybody heard like Driver's License
Yeah.
and all that stuff. And then when her album dropped, like what was it, like Fall or something like that, I was like, no, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna listen to it. And then like I listened to it, and it was actually like it was actually kind of good. It was,
And then
there were vibes.
I thought Travis Scott was gonna win.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying that I think it was a snub, but I was like, I thought he was gonna win.
Yeah.
But I did see a lot of people saying like, "Who's Killer Mike?" and I'm like,
They don't know Run the
they don't,
Jewels.
they don't know.
Yeah,
Like, he's very
He's yeah.
yeah
He's big in that scene.
yeah.
What?
I'm just happy that Drake didn't win.
Yeah.
If Drake
Me
won,
too.
I think
No,
that
if
I would
Drake-
have probably thought that was the biggest snub if Drake.
Yeah.
No,
ended
if
up
Drake
winning.
won because that album was just
her loss is ridiculously
Oh,
bad.
Drake-
Yeah.
Drake's like last like 5 albums
Have
have just
been
Yep.
mid.
awful.
You know why? Because he's just bound. He can put anything out, and
That's
it will
true.
just
Like
make money.
I knew it was in for a bad start. The start of what's the name of his new
For all
album?
the dogs,
For All the Dogs. The start of that is just awful.
horrible.
It's just
It's
like
just horrible.
it's like a
all
beat,
throughout.
and then he's just like,
Yep.
no, and then that's how it starts. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
That's how you start a song. Like I was like, okay, I'm feeling this.
Yeah.
No, I was like, what is this?
He's falling off.
And that
man.
was also college radio day, and I pulled an all nighter the night before, and I was like, you
Oh,
know what?
man.
Maybe I'll give a listen to this. And it's like schlop for like
Yep.
40 minutes.
Yeah.
I turned it off like 3 songs in. I'm like, this is awful.
Yeah.
At least Killer Mike won though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
like Utopia was great.
I-
I think. I mean, personally, I would have probably chose Utopia, but I mean,
Listen.
Michael's also good.
But also for like
I'm a Pink Tape diehard.
I like Pink Tape
Yeah.
a lot.
I was surprised that
It
wasn't
didn't-
nominated.
I just
Yeah.
I think it wasn't. I don't. I mean, it probably
like-
could
that
have
w-
been
that was my-
nominated for other categories.
That was my favorite album of the year.
really.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I mean, I'm not like
I didn't
I'm-
hate it.
I don't want to be mean here, but I'm not like you. I just casually listen to music. I know music is a huge scene. I don't want to offend you. I don't
Oh
know.
no, I enjoyed Pink Tape. There was a lot of
No,
there was a lot of good.
I was
off of
trying
it.
to say like I don't listen to music. I just casually
You
listen. to
can
music.
Oh no.
I don't know.
I understand that. I know a lot.
Yeah,
like,
but that was my
that's,
that was
like,
my
the
favorite.
majority of population.
That was my favorite. That was my favorite album of the year. But I thought Travis Scott was going to win. I did like that album, but
I will
Who?
say honorable mention for producer. I really do feel like Metro Boomin should have also
Yeah.
won that one.
Yeah.
That album was so fire, man. Like the production on it, the beats, it was just so good. Like not
Yeah.
one skippable song on there.
Especially the covers.
Yeah.
Creepin'.
Mhm.
Great cover.
Am
But
I
I f-
Dreaming is I love that one.
Or
But I feel like-
anything from the Spider-Man.
Like I
album,
wonder,
you know?
for real.
Yeah.
I wonder, like, because we haven't really seen like as you're listening to 90.3 WMC Upper Montclair, this is the end of the Monday Morning Buzz. But I thought we were going to see like at least Travis Scott win.
I
I thought like we
I
haven't
think
really
the
seen like an
Academy is
artist
against him.
We
I
haven't
don't
really
think
seen
they
like
him.
yeah. I mean, granted, I get it. If they have
Oh,
something
yeah.
against them,
I get it too. I wasn't okay. This is a
Because
whole
of
nother
those
can of worms.
previous happenings, but
Previous happenings. I wasn't really. I really stopped listening to his music for a long time, but I kind of just like I think he's thought about it.
yeah,
He's probably
the video, the
really-
apology video,
uh,
all
Man,
time,
that's a whole nother can of worms.
all time bad apology video. But
Hmm.
that is going to be it for the Monday Morning Buzz here on 90.3 WMC Upper Montclair. I've been your host, Tanner Price. For